and beyond the shores of the country, and we giving our own opinions and views known about these stories and at our end. And these views are not the official views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. And of course, you too also will be given the opportunity of contributing to our little talk shop from your end there via the phone lines when the time comes. Conversation is the program, of course, here talking on with Okegu 96.3 FM, Alaga, and Agility 92.1 FM in Ogbomosho. And of course, you can check us up on Facebook. Yes, you'll meet us there. And of course, Oluyole FM 98.5. Yes, you'll meet us there. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Bimbo. It's another wonderful Saturday today, the 21st day in the month of February 2026, and we have got the major newspapers today, and of course they are beautified with colorful headlines.
Yes,
and some of them actually
they are not really colorful.
Well, we say colorful, possibly, maybe not the news we want to hear. But at least they're still bringing us what we need to hear. It may not be what we want to hear. The state of the nation, and we have the headlines. Higher with me, the Nation newspaper.
And I have the Tribune, and of course the Punch too is here. And this sad news here. Gunmen again storm Zamfara village, kill 30. Police, military deploy reinforcements after killing of 33 in Kebbi villages. It's just devastating. We don't know what is going on again. We don't know what is going on again.
It's one story too many.
Yes,
and of course we still have this one. How 10 masked gunmen invaded palace, kill Ondo monarch.
Yes.
I guess we had that yesterday.
I had that yesterday. Let me quickly go through this one here. Gunmen on Thursday night attacked Dutsin Ajia village in Anka local government area of Zamfara, killing at least 30 villagers. According to findings, the armed men stormed the community on motorbikes, blocking entry and exit points before unleashing terror on residents. A local resident said the attackers began firing sporadically to scare villagers. And I quote one of them, "As we were running for safety, they started attacking houses, resulting in the deaths of many residents," he said, and many others are reportedly still missing. And the attack resulted in the deaths of at least 30 residents, men and women. Many were wounded and several others were abducted during the raid, the source said. And as of the time of filing this report, the police have not issued a statement. However, Nubu Anka, Director General of Media and Publicity in the Office of the Governor, told Saturday Tribune that the state government is taking decisive measures to end the crisis. Yes, they are always on top of
always on top, and we still have this.
Yes, and we'll take decisive measures.
Decisive measures,
yes,
and sometimes they just come up. We commiserate with the people.
Yes.
We don't want to hear that anymore. We want actions. We want affirmative actions.
Yes.
And even if you look at the tapestry of the modus operandi, let me put it that way. First, we started with insecurity in the northeastern part of the country, and then we look at the way it cascaded. Well, I'm not supposed to even use that word. Cascade should be used in the light of something beautiful. Now, northwest. Now, north central. And God forbid they come to us in southwest. Because if Kwara State, if it's under siege by this government, and of course the what is the name? Lakurawa terrorists.
Criminals.
Yes. Terrorists. If they are, why should we use government for them? They are terrorists and they are scumbags. And that is why government should do something. Affirmative actions should be taken. We are tired of the rhetorics.
Yes.
We are on top of the situation. We have deployed the force headquarters to know. We want results. We want affirmative actions. We want something. We want to be able to sleep with both eyes closed. That is what we yearn for, and that is the primary essence of government. security.
Yes, and proactive measures should also be taken, yes, to prevent all this. Now, they killed people. What do they want? I don't really understand. What do they want? They killed 30 people, injured so many people, abducted some. What do they want? How can a group of people, a group of, sorry to use this word, senseless people, criminals, yes, just wake up and organize in a coordinated
effort,
like they described. They blocked the exit,
and then they were shooting sporadically in the air, yes, to signal we are here.
Yes, and started shooting people. And I don't understand. I don't understand. Like you said, Kwara State. What happened in Ondo State? You just read Ondo State now.
This is Ondo State.
Yes, Ondo Monarch that was just killed.
Just killed. Yeah. And I say we have 10 masked gunmen. Let's even look at that in page 19. Let's look at on page 19 of the Nation newspaper. And we have that. The Agamo terror at dusk. How 10 masked gunmen invaded palace, killed monarch in Ondo community. Now, the Agamo community in Akure North local government area of Ondo State was thrown into mourning on Wednesday night after suspected gunmen stormed the palace of the traditional ruler Oba Kehinde Jacob Falodun and killed him in a violent attack. Dusk usually settles gently on Agamo community, a village on the outskirts of Akure, the state capital. The red art coals and the gold shuffled on as smoke calls lazily from kitchen fires in the backyard. It was a kind of evening, quiet, ordinary, and forgettable until it was not. By the nightfall, gunshot had shattered the clan. Loud scream pierced the darkness. The peaceful palace of Oba Kehinde Falodun, the Alagamo of Hagamo in Akure North local government area of Ondo State, had been breached. The village monarch Oba Falodun had laid dead in the hands of deadly and bloodthirsty marauders who invaded the palace on Wednesday evening. Even the poetry of the writer is very so, because I was just wondering why this poetry of death, like an horde. Should we call this elegy?
Yes, trying to just describe the circumstances which the Oba got killed, the traditional ruler. How can you?
And there was one that said attackers came like bandits. Like bandits. That was just the word he used. They began to beat Kabiyesi, saying that I should follow them, but he refused. They now smashed his head and blood was gushing out. The gunmen were shooting sporadically. They destroyed the windows with gunshots. They used their daggers to beat him. He was assaulted before he was killed in front of the palace. Look at the gory details.
Yes, and maybe, I'm not too sure, I cannot decide. I'm just thinking maybe he had stepped on the toes of some people, and they wanted to, just deal with him in a deadly manner. That's what I'm thinking. They might be bandits, bandits sent by some people.
By some people. We cannot override that. We cannot, because the manner in which the king was actually treated. We should not look far outside, even the community.
Yes.
Just like there is no smoke without fire.
Yes.
Some of our security breaches that we have internal hands.
Yes, because I believe there should be a security personnel in the palace, inside the palace, and even around him, around the king.
Around, and they say it was breached, but why the king? There was not even any mention of maybe they came to steal, rob, or demand anything. It was just they humiliated the king and they killed him in a manner that is, of course, we don't want to describe that on air. And that is why we just have to say that the federal government should do something and do it fast on the state of the security. Just like I said yesterday when I asked for that state of emergency should be created on security, I just questioned that, wow, we're going to wear our army thing in every state. But if that is going to guarantee security in the country,
yes,
let it be.
Now to some other stories.
Emergency declare. All right, so let's take out this. We are post test for APC, ADC, NNPP in FCT, Kano, Rivers. And Tinubu urges restraint, cautions security agencies against intimidation, and charges INEC to ensure smooth accreditation from transmission of results.
Yes, there have been so many controversies surrounding this real-time transmission after elections, and well, I think.
And as usual, we have this argument about transfer and transmission,
yes,
and we have to look.
And people, some people are for, and some people are against. But I think the president, he signed a law. I think.
He signed a bill. Yeah. And the opposition still.
Yes. Now, still talking politics. Now, President Tinubu to INEC use FCT Rivers polls to strengthen voters' confidence, and PDP kicks over withdrawal of candidates for APC in FCT, and INEC faults move, says it breaches Electoral Act. Ahead of today's elections in the Federal Capital Territory FCT and in Kano and Rivers States, President Bola Tinubu has urged the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC to use the polls to boost public confidence in the electoral process. And the president gave the charge in a statement issued on Friday and signed by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga. INEC had scheduled elections in the 6 area councils of the FCT, as well as by-elections in Awada East 2 and Kana 2 state constituencies in Rivers State, and in Kano municipal and Ungogo constituencies in Kano State. President Tinubu specifically admonished INEC to take all necessary measures to bolster voters' confidence by ensuring timely accreditation, smooth voting processes, accurate collation, and prompt transmission of results in line with the 2026 Electoral Act. And also appealed to political parties, candidates, and their supporters to shun violence, inflammatory statements, and any actions capable of undermining the credibility of the process. The elections in councils, various councils of the FCT and the Kano and Rivers
as the litmus
test. Litmus test, yes. So that if this comes through with no
hiccups and
bickerings and
run smoothly,
yes, it means INEC will be capable of really handling the 2027 general elections.
Well, that is it's always more talk. There is this ado about 2027 general election, but everybody is talking about the conduction. How about vote buying?
Vote buying. I don't know.
Nobody is talking about vote buying.
No, they are talking about vote buying, but nobody knows how to tackle vote buying. Yes, in the past, I was at one polling voting unit. Then there was actually a bag full of cash. Yes, cash. then full of cash. Then you just see one agent sitting down after voting. You said, who did you vote for? You say APC. If it's an APC agent, just give maybe 2,000 or 5,000. Yeah. Or before you vote, you say vote from PDP. Say bye. For the 5,000. Yeah. That guy might have the intention of not. He might not want to vote for that party.
But now it's monetized.
Yes. What he or she wants to eat, use the money to eat something. This money, he will collect the money, or she will collect the money. And well, now vote by, it has been
And now nobody's talking about vote buying as being an hindrance to having these credible elections.
Because if they will just, transfer cash to you in your account.
In fact, the strategy has even moved from when you mentioned they even say at the polling booth or polling unit, they are not doing that anymore. What they do is they move from house to house now. It's house to house campaign. They do they mobilize people and they give you
that is on local level, at the local level. But now it is cash transfer. Yes, cash transfer. I remember a time too. I just woke up in the morning. The guy just called me. Bimbo, send your account number. Send your account number. I said, which account number? Can you account number? So just send your account number. We will send them cash to you.
And just vote us. Vote for us. And that is why vote buying, I guess we should have more laws, more policies on that to check vote buying.
Well, I don't really know they can check vote buying this time at this time.
INEC still has a lot of work to do concerning voters' education. I guess it's not just about telling us how you're going to go with the conduction of the election. We still need voters' education. Nigerians need to be educated and informed, and that is why you have platforms like ours.
Yes,
and that is why you have the media. Of course, if people know they are going to be selling their future for a paltry sum of money, and they are better informed and equipped, they will not take any money. In fact, even if you ask for their account number or their voter's card, they are not going to give you that. But of course, when we have weaponized poverty in a country where we don't even want to talk about it, where the moment you give 5,000 to anyone who was not eating a better meal in the morning, of course they're bound to take it.
Even apart from the vote buying, even with the voter's card, permanent voter's card down, do you know that some people, they will just organize themselves? I don't know where how they come by some people who they will they organize, and those who do not have the permanent voters card, they will collect it for them. They will collect it for them and give them money. So
Nigeria, we healthy. All right, let's just move to another one, and this time, before we move on to the international scene, let's look at Tinubu's EO will curb leakages, boost federation account inflow. That is RMAFC. Why executive order is more than routine directive, coming from the minister, and it's on page 29 of the Nation newspaper. Let's just see what we have. EO. Tinubu's EO we called leakages. And what leakages are the federal government talking about? It said the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, yesterday turned up Wednesday executive order signed by President Bola Tinubu directing that oil and gas revenues be paid directly into the federation account. Chairman of the commission, Dr. Mohammed Bello Shehu, said the decision will improve transparency and increase funds available to all tiers of government. Shew's position was shared by Minister of State for Finance, Doris Uzoka Nite, who said the executive order and the newly introduced tax reform measures will make more money available to the three tiers of government and strengthen the federation account. In their defense, strengthening the federation account.
Yes. Before we go on, let's take this break.
Bàbá, ẹ̀gbọ́n tó nílò òun wí ni.
Mo kúkú gbọ́, ó ná ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé.
Ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé? Bọ́làjú ti wá ń pọ̀ sí yìí. Ṣáwá lè sọ pé ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé kan bẹ níbì kan mọ́?
Ó sì wà, ọmọ àfiwà bí. Inú ìran ní ti ràn wá. Ni wọ́n fi ń pè é ní ọmọnìwà òbí, ọmọlúàbí. Ọ̀làjú tó wá ń tọkùn kò gba kankan pa ọmọlúàbí run. Ẹni mẹ́tọ́ tó sì ń ṣẹ̀tọ́ láwùjọ là ń pè ní ọmọlúàbí.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá. Orúkọ rẹ yẹ kó tàn yẹrinyẹrin ju aṣọ ara rẹ lọ. Ìwọ ọmọlúàbí kò kútarí, kò sì lè kúta láéláé. Jẹ́ ọmọlúàbí. Àjọ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tí ń runi sókè tanijí kálẹ̀ gbárùkù ti dàgbàsókè amúlùdùn àtọrọ̀ ajé èyí ò ní. Ọ̀yọ́ State Mobilization Agency for Socio-Economic Development, OMASED, ní ṣùwàlétí.
fẹ́ ṣàríyá o, gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣàjọ̀dún, àbẹ́ni fẹ́ ṣèpàdé o, gbogbo ẹni fẹ́ ṣènáwó. BCOS event grand, òun lè máa bọ̀. BCOS event grand, òun ló kájú ẹ̀. Òdodo ayẹyẹ, èyí tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ ṣe. BCOS event grand, òun lè máa bọ̀ o. Bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò. Ilé akéde. Bóyá wá gbé mi débẹ̀ yóò. BCOS event grand. BCOS event grand, níbi tílẹ̀ ti tẹ́jú. Àyè ìgbọ́kọ̀sí ń bẹ, ìyẹn pọ̀ jaburata. BCOS event grand, ìyẹn nílé akéde. Oríta Báṣọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn. BCOS event grand, òun ni ẹ máa bọ̀ o. Ohun tá à ń sọ ni pé fónírúurú ayẹyẹ tẹ́yìn bá fẹ́ ṣe, ó ti wù kó fẹjú tó. BCOS event grand, òun ló kájú ẹ̀, òun ló káàtó. Ṣókùn àgbàlẹ̀ yìí fẹ́ ṣe ni, tàbí ìgbéyàwó, tàbí birthday, tàbí open year crusade. Ó sì jẹ́ book launch ní tiyín ni ẹ máa bọ̀. Ẹ̀yin sá ti kàn sí wa ní yàrá kẹrin commercial department BCOS ilé akéde. Tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè sórí BCOS customer care line tololong 0915-870-3300. BCOS event grand, ilé àríyá fáwọn tó mọ bó ṣe ń lọ.
Yes, the program is still Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. And yes, this one here, the side one here, that is from Akwa Ibom State. Yes, it says, Pastor to die by hanging for killing Akwa Ibom landlord. Well,
What could have happened?
well, I don't really. Let's check out the
Pastor becoming a
details.
killer.
Yes, and well, it says here that the resident pastor of don't let me mention the name of the church. Resident part of that church, Ifa Ikot Uboifa Ikot Okpon branch, Uyo Akwa Ibom State, Emmanuel Umo has been sentenced to death by hanging. Umo was sentenced to death by Justice Gabriel Ite of the State High Court for killing a 500-level civil engineering student of the University of Uyo, Gabriel Bassi, who was also his landlord. And the pastor was convicted for stabbing Edward to death on December 21, 2020 at Ifawu Court Ubo in the Uyo local government area of the state. And the court was informed that the deceased relocated to his latest mother's property at Ifa Ukot Ugo to secure the estate and also live closer to school. And the resident pastor, it is all what I'm saying here is just yes, he said he wanted to move closer to school. That was why he secured the estate, the property of his mother.
And even if you look at the landlord being a student, could the pastor have been older than the landlord, supposedly an undergraduate?
No, like what I read here now. He became the owner of the house maybe after the mother died. So
by inheritance.
Inheritance, and it is a kind of estate, small estate. So the pastor now maybe rented some there, but the reason why
the pastor
yes, and his mother before her death in December 2019 had established a nursery school on the property, and evidence before the court indicated that the late landlord lived in a 2-bedroom flat attached to a long hall within the compound alongside his younger brother Emmanuel Bassi, and the hall, originally constructed for school purposes, was later rented to the church at an annual rent of 150,000 naira with the consent of his father Emmanuel Bassi and retired school principal. The reason for that killing is not really stated.
Still not really stated, but whatever might have happened, I guess violence and death should not have been. And coming from a pastor, yes, we should have shown more restraint. And of course, we believe being led more by the Holy Spirit. So what happened to being led by the Spirit to the point of killing someone, and now it's been sentenced to death? Okay, we have similar one here. Why I killed my boss by Onitsha apprentice. And this is so damning. The apprentice to say, I am ready for consequences. Can you imagine such an incorrigible...
Maybe some issues that have come up between them.
So for hearing or reading about the horrific incidents in which a 21-year-old gruesomely killed his master with a pestle, one might be tempted to blame the boss for the calamity that befell him at his number 2 Eyuko Street, Fegi, Onitsha, Anambra State residence. According to the Igbo traditional apprenticeship system, otherwise known as Ngwa Boy, any young male mentored by an established master in learning a trade, craft, discipline, or financial skills for a minimum of 5 and maximum of 7 years will be formally settled with capital or goods to start his own business. This arrangement is usually backed with the kind of memorandum of understanding signed by both parties, any breach of which attracts consequences. Regrettably, instances abound where business owners, and we're talking about these masters, engage apprentices but will not keep up to the settlement agreement at the expiration of the apprenticeship period. And that was, I guess that was the bane of the episode, the ugly episode that occurred on February 14th. And the situation has left many wondering what grouse Chimiri, who still had about 4 years left in his apprenticeship period, had against his boss to the extent of dispatching him into an early grave.
Well, that's rather unfortunate. And like I'm seeing his face. His face looks somehow hard.
But to have said I'm ready for consequences, what could have happened?
That is desperate. Desperate.
So, and to have used a pestle, and even what we have here, the graphic detail, say immediately the master returned and entered through the kitchen. Timiri rushed after him and struck him on the head repeatedly with a pestle. He then rushed into the room of Ogechukwu, who was already asleep, and attacked her also with the pestle. Luck, however, ran out on him as his master's wife rushed out of her room and disarmed him after some struggle, raising the alarm that attracted neighbors who rounded him up and handed him over to the police. Now, whatever...
It's rather gruesome.
Could there have been a drug involved? Because I don't believe somebody with a sane mind should attack another person with a pestle.
Yes.
And even right in the kitchen, what could have led to such an anger? And that is why we just need to be careful. And for masters too, particularly bosses at work, whatever you have promised, try as much as possible to always live to the fulfillment of such memorandum of understanding. We don't have that in Yoruba land. And I guess in Igbo land it has always been a succession plan for them, and that is why, you know, some of them, they bask in the euphoria of that working tradition. Because when you have your own boy, after serving you, they are able to have their own trade. They are able to stand on their own. And that is why when we talk about businesses, we talk more of the Igbos.
Yes.
And if things like this could be happening, then they are trying to undermine and in fact tarnish that long established tradition, which of course they all should look into it.
Well, now to the book of matrimonial oddities now. Yes, let me just go through this. My pastor husband deserted home, refused to call, visit me, and our sickle cell child. That is the husband of this woman. And yes, she one grade A customary court 2 sitting in Mapo, Ibadan, Oyo State, has ruled on a divorce suit brought before it by a woman, Oluyole, against her husband Gabriel, whom she accused of lack of love, irresponsibility, and abandonment. And Ifelu has stated that Gabriel, a prophet, left home for Lagos when their child was 2 months old, with the excuse that he wanted to carry out his ministerial work there. Yes, ministerial work. Ministerial work there. She demanded for the sum of 100,000 for the maintenance of their child being a sickle cell patient. I don't think the pastor. Yes, I don't think the pastor was in court that day, because we could have had
his own side of the story.
And well, this one says, my wife goes through my phone calls, abuses, threatens my female customers. Man tells court, female customers, what do you sell? Let me check it out. A man, Wasil, has dragged his wife Memunat before grade A customary court sitting at Makbo, Ibadan, Oyo State, stating that she was troublesome and had no trust in him. Wasil explained that despite doting on Memunat and showing her love and affection, she still believed he was involved in extramarital affairs. And the plaintiff stated that the defendant was in the habit of going through his phone when he was asleep. And according to the plaintiff, she defended what the defendant will call the phone numbers of his female customers, abuse and threaten them. Wasil stated that he had lost quite a number of clients as a result of his wife's irrational behavior. And well, it is not stated what kind of business that
the husband does. And why must the wife be? Of course, we know every woman. I don't want to see that as jealousy. Every woman is always protective of what they have. To actually be lashing it out on the customers or the client of the husband is taking it to an opportunity extent.
Like now, I have so many friends. Most of my friends are ladies, and my wife now take my phone and be browsing to them, and now be calling them,
abusing them.
Because
that is
just
that is. You don't do that. Whatever business you have is with your husband. Whatever business the man has is with the wife.
Yes.
So do not take it out on people. And maybe we have another one here. Maybe we should just go to this one that has always been rocking the internet. Controversy dogs rape claims by TikTok user Mirabel. Neighbors spot rape story. Victims claims valid, and that is by the police. And it's a claim made by TikToker Mirabel on a social media post during the week to the effect that he was raped has sparked serious controversy. In an account of the incident posted on a social media handle on Monday, identified as Mirabel, that is not our business, Mirabel has said the incident occurred on Sunday, February 15, and in her post, she said she had been unable to drink, to sleep, when he drank alcohol around 6 a.m. and later had a knock on her door at about 9 a.m. And she said, I got raped yesterday in my own apartment. In the morning, I have insomnia. If I'm not drunk or high, I can't sleep. So on Saturday, I drank and like it wasn't working, but I needed to be high enough so I could sleep. My eyes were tired, but I couldn't sleep. And now neighbors have heard the story, and we have a lot of eggs. I don't want to use the word side talks, a lot of truths, half-truths, lies, and innuendos on the claim made by the TikToker. And many people were saying it's just chasing clouds.
Well, let's just leave that.
So now, you know what that brought to mind? Should people be using these rules just because they want to generate traffic on their social media or whatsoever? There should be a law to that effect. If you spread falsehood, they should be arrested.
Yes, and it has been on for a long time. Yes, and spreading falsehood.
Falsehood, and people will just use it.
They will believe straight away. Now, this one quickly before we go to the phone lines. My husband sought greener pastures, abandoned me. Well, not unfortunate. The greener pastures just to make you live a good life. And my husband smooths Indian hair. Beats me blue and black, woman tells court. And this one says, my wife says my manhood is small. Beats me, says husband. The wife now is saying he watches blue films, masturbates. That is the reason why he is always beating him.
The wife beating the husband now.
Yes. Well, should we go to the phone lines
Yes,
now?
let's move to the phone lines. And the number to call is 080-55-009850. And alternatively, you can call 070-55-55-1985. It's conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mr. Mure.
Mr. Mure,
Now, I
welcome.
get back to King in Zamfara. The other is the first King in KP. You can see in Nigeria, the nobody woman life. But my question is again, go to DSS. I sponsor it. Because DSS put to me then American is to Nigeria. I would buy Nigeria government to leave in American country alone. So they can see peace. That's the matter. For them to do so, they will need to teach you. And what happened to the matter? If you listen to the matter, the matter are wicked. When the police and sanctuary finish, want to come at him, you can see the pay back. When you have an agreement with somebody, you maintain agreement. That's the matter. I'm not thinking of the matter. Thank you much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mure. Well,
People can see that.
070-5555-1985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Akambi Adebayo from you. God bless you, sir.
Amen.
I have been saying this on this very platform several times, that the issue of security has come to stay in this country, except, let me explain myself. Once, a brother had a lump on his upper thigh. He went to the hospital, and the doctor said he's going to be operated on. But this boy, this man, I don't know, maybe he was afraid of being operated. He said he always be very scary of seeing blood coming out and many other things like that. He allowed the lump to stay. As the time progresses, the thing began to grow. It started growing to the extent that the boy could no longer sleep, crying every day. Eventually, the people around carried him to the hospital where the thigh was operated on, and the peace returned back to him. Now, that is the issue in Nigeria. It's not as if the government is not able to wipe out this Lakaruwas, they have the power, the capacity to do that. But everything is political. You know, number one, the people up north believe that these people, the insurgents, the bandits, and many other things, they have their potential people that will fight for them in the nearest future in case of secession. I believe that too. And the present government will not want to go. They will not want to scatter them headlong because of political. Who will not want to do anything that will affect 2027. That's the reason. It has come to stay. I tell you this. It's a terminal disease on Nigeria unless the government decides to do something. God bless you, sir. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But the position that Tinubu might not really want to do something, why is it really tenable? Because whatever is going to base his 2027 campaign on will be based on his performance
Yes.
with this first tenure. So for a president not to do anything about insecurity is like losing on a silver platter the next election.
And yes, that description, terminal disease.
Terminal disease. Well, the boy in the question, of course, the replica of Nigeria, and that is, well, now America is helping us with the disease, with the lump that you mentioned. It was such a grim portrayal of Nigerian situation, and we appreciate that. But I believe truly the political will is still questionable. It's still questionable. We need to always say the fact, and that is what we do on Conversation as analysts, and of course active observers of what is going on in and outside Nigeria.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that the radio program?
Yes, this is Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 in the city of Ibadan.
Ibadan?
Yes.
I want to contribute to the program we are talking about.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
Honorable Olawuni.
Yes.
Honorable Olawuni from Ilorin.
Ilorin. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. The issue of the woman that beat the man.
Her husband.
Hello?
Yes, her husband.
The wife that beat her husband. Due to what, sir? Due to what? Why does he beat her husband?
The woman claimed her husband has small penis and will always take maybe not good enough for her in bed. At the same time, watches pornography.
Yes.
And he claims to a lot of things with
female friends.
Female friends. Not really performing his responsibilities.
The woman complained that the husband cannot perform very well on bed. That's why she beat her husband.
Maybe whenever there is these squabbles at home, we don't know the size of the man, nor that of the woman, but the woman is always the one on top.
On top of the game on the bed.
Yes. Not even on the bed. When it's violent, when there is a fight now, is the woman now beating the husband?
Maybe the husband has a small genital organs or what?
That was what the woman claimed. We cannot be sure.
Okay, the woman said the man has a small penis.
Yes.
That's serious also. But you must also pay the talk where about money. You know,
please,
no, sir. We don't say foul.
We don't want to use those words.
Yes,
but the woman has no claim because, of course, before they married, there was courtship. They dated, and she should have understood a man at the time. So this is just crying about spilt milk.
Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
On security, the terrorists, they closed the attack in Sampara and other states. So the terrorists want to control communities and other people. And the security agencies are backing the terrorists. And with information technology, they will control other communities. The security agencies will control other communities and record the remarkable success. So the vigilante groups, they cooperate with security agencies. And there's not to do. They should continue reporting suspicious movements, and they should continue supporting the administration of President Tinubu. And on this revenue, it is not the cars and all revenue should pay directly. And things will change for better. The local government, state government, must add funds directly from federal government. Yes, they have a particular job, and they need to concentrate on their project and welfare of the people. And some local governments are doing well, and they must ensure accountability. Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much. Yes, the number to call 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
God bless you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I'm there calling from Macquarie.
Yes, you're welcome.
Like the Jesus say, walk and pray have to be very proactive as far as security concerns Nigeria. And we are praying those that are working on the field should keep on working to wipe off these insurgents or say the current returns. I mean, the number of lives that will be lost before the next election. There is nothing done to curtail it. I'm afraid of what will happen for the next election. I'm advising the politicians to take their pride and stop the killing in all areas, in every part of Nigeria. Be it genocide or ethnic cleansing, whatever form it is, they should try and stop it. And committee 2 should also launch security outfit and keep vigil and give information to the appropriate authority. That will go a long way to stop it. And we pray for America too. The government will help them and lift us up in Jesus' name. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, the program is still conversation on OLUYOLEFM 98.5 in Ibadan with just a few minutes to go. And hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes, you're welcome.
Also that TV boss is what I want to talk about. I think we should be patient. If there is anything against one another, we should try to settle it amicably. What you have said is bad, and it is condemned by the Bible. So we are still in boss now, and we should also be expecting judgment by hanging. So let us be patient. It is not good. Every kind of Babakudi from Yanlate.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's squeeze in one more call. 00 55 009850 070 5555 1985. Well, quickly, well, this one says here, we came from Niger Republic to beg for arms in Lagos. The ticking time bomb of underage arm seekers, you know, all those young kids that come
that we have
yes,
begging on the street. They are now becoming eyesore even in Ibadan, particularly Idiape area, Basharon, even Bodija. We need to watch it, and we call on government to do something about it.
And well, NANS has raised alarm over soaring off-campus rents in Southwest, threatens action against exploitative agents. You understand, it is not only students that is being affected, family men, family women, adults.
Yes.
Even these agents, you now see that their gains is even more than what the landlord put out for the rent of a particular house. And it's so devastating. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, quickly, ma.
The woman that is her husband because he's selling his food store. He's not supposed to be her husband because he belongs of God.
Thank you very much, Elmosra.
Thank you.
Well,
that's coming from a woman.
Yes, from
the woman has no justification.
Yes. And check your time, it's 7:30, and of course we have to leave. The program has been conversation on OLUYOLEFM, and of course on Monday we'll join you again for another edition of the program Conversation. Being back on, this is my name. Enjoy your weekend.
I am Goke Mashud, and as always, there is a dream that is Nigerian dreams. We need to live this dream, because if we fail, our children and children's children will never fail to live the nightmare.